mid-century modern home. This view is fantastic. The lighting is great.
You like it?
Yeah, do you?
This is good. I'm very happy.
Excuse me, is your name Simon?
Yes, sir.
It is you. We went to school together.
This is my wife, Robin. This is, I didn't get your name.
Gordon Mosley. Gordo.
Gordo? Oh, my God. I'm so sorry I didn't recognize you. It's been a very, very long time.
Hello, welcome to Everyone's Critic. This is Spencer Fawcett, and I'm going to be talking about The Gift. The Gift is about a chance encounter between two old acquaintances from high school, played by Jason Bateman and Joel Edgerton, and Joel Edgerton's character is kind of overbearing. When they meet again, they invite him over for dinner, and he acts strangely, so they don't do it again. But then he starts with a bunch of invites, and he always goes over to their house and gives them different kinds of gifts. Some are a little inappropriate, but they all seem to be good intentioned until secrets begin to come out, and it's pretty good. So let's take a look.
Home, smiley face, Gordo.
How do you think he got our address? That's an expensive bottle of wine. We should thank him.
I believe that the bad things in life, they can be a gift.
That guy's odd.
He's a little socially awkward, but I can be like that. Gordo, hi.
Hi.
After high school, and some people stay exactly the same.
Thank you.
He's delusional, thinks that we're friends.
Thanks for a lovely dinner.
Fish food. You don't find that a little troubling?
I said that I wanted fish.
And all the visits when you're alone. They used to call him Gordo the Weirdo.
I think he's nice, and he's been very generous.
What you're talking about is a one-sided friendship. You're essentially being forced into a breakup.
There's no easy way to say this. Don't visit us anymore.
It's not over.
Simon, after all these years, I was willing to let bygones be bygones.
What does that mean?
I do not know.
But it must mean something. Hello? Bygones be bygones after all these years.
What the hell was that?
Gordo! What does bygones be bygones mean?
It's over!
Simon has a full file on him. You think he's been lying to you?
Just tell me what happened.
It's 25 years ago.
I have no idea who you really are.
Simon says, new house. Simon says, beautiful wife. Simon says, you think you're done with the past, but the past is not done with you.
Yeah, so there's a lot I like about this movie. It's definitely very good. Few minor flaws, but it's not like it's completely flawed. It's just it is good. I think it's Joel Edgerton's directorial debut, and it kind of, he does a good job, but it kind of shows flaws that you wouldn't really see with a more experienced director. So he wrote and directed this. The writing overall is pretty good. There is some cringy dialogue. There is some kind of cringy moments. But at the same time, you kind of understand that, and you'd expect that from this movie, or a movie like this, because it is about an awkward encounter, and about this guy who's kind of acting creepy, and it's putting the two other people off, and that's all. I mean, it kind of makes sense in this context. So yeah, the writing, for the most part, it's good, but it does have problems. The acting is very good. Jason Bateman's great. Rebecca Hall, who plays his wife, is very good. She might have the best performance in this movie. And Joel Edgerton is very good. Another problem I have with this movie is the characters aren't very relatable. The only relatable character in this movie is Rebecca Hall's character. Like I said, plays Jason Bateman's wife. Because she's put in a very, very tough position. She starts to find things out about her husband. He denies them. And at the same time, she's kind of being stalked by this other guy, and he's putting them in danger. And her character I could relate to. The other two characters I couldn't. And I couldn't really sympathize with them. I could sympathize with Rebecca Hall's character, but I didn't really sympathize with Jason Bateman's character, and I didn't really sympathize much with Joel Edgerton's character. But what I do like about this movie, it does kind of have a reason for this. What I like about this movie, and I'm not getting into spoilers, you don't know who to root for at the end between the two of them, because you kind of want Rebecca Hall, who's mostly uninvolved with their history, well, pretty much uninvolved with the history, but completely involved in the aftermath. You just want the best for her, but you don't know what to think of these other two guys. There are some great twists and turns, which I thought were good. There isn't much predictability, which I like. A lot of modern movies of this nature are very predictable. This one has sort of a new twist on an old classic sort of thing. It does have its cliches in that capacity, but it utilizes them pretty well. It's nothing that I rolled my eyes at. I do like this movie. And this movie is rewatchable because there might be some things that you miss. The first time you watch it, there's some foreshadowing. A lot of it's very subtle and clever, and other times it kind of hits you over the head with it. Like when you see it, it's kind of like, alright, something's going to happen with this theme or whatever, and it does. That's the only part where it's really predictable, is if the foreshadowing is very present. And in times like that, it never really foreshadows anything super major that it's kind of a letdown when you know what's going to happen. Most of that is done with the subtle foreshadowing, but overall this is a good movie. It's entertaining. It does take a while. It's not that long, but it takes a while to get to where it needs to be. It takes a while to get to the climax, but the climax is brilliant. So I'm not divided on this movie. I just have some negative things to say about it, as you know. But overall, it is a good movie. I would recommend you check it out. I think it's on Netflix right now. If you like thrillers, you'll like this movie. If you like movies like Fatal Attraction or Seven or movies like that, you'll like this movie. So yeah, very, very good. Make sure you watch it. Overall, I give it an 8.2. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next video. Thank you.